Welcome to MegaNet Gaming. We are game preservationists in a gaming community. The goal of collecting all the MMORPGs, the files, server files, whatever we can, getting gameplay footage, and doing videos on the lore, the gameplay experience, some review videos, doing whatever we can to help preserve these games during times where a lot of games are perceived as being disposable. And today, we're going to come across the game where the first time I played it for 15 minutes, thought it was just a cheap survival game, and didn't go back to it. Until somebody on YouTube said, hey, you should actually check this game out. So I gave it a serious chance. It's actually quite good. It is Will to Live Online. It's free to play. Reviews, it has 6,022 and mostly positive on Steam. Recent, mostly positive. Publisher is Alphasoft, which I believe is a Russian developer. And the release date was April 5th, 2018 in early access. So, what the Steam page says is Will to Live is an MMORPG shooter whose action takes place in the severe post-apocalyptic world. Explore the world, engage in fights with mutants and other survivors, join the clans in a struggle for existence, and prove your right to live. I know, early access and survival game are almost always red flags, but this game's different, I promise. So let's go ahead and head to the story. We'll let the story play out, and then we'll hop in game. So let's go ahead, switch over, and we'll let the story play out.
Anatoly,
What?
listen, you're the old one here. Why don't you tell me what really happened?
Old? Watch your mouth, kid.
Well, I don't know the whole truth, but I'll tell you what I can. They say that not long before the catastrophe struck, people all over the world began to find strange things, stones more often than not, which emitted unidentified particles. As for where these things came from, nobody could say for certain. A theory almost immediately emerged that it was this radiation that led to animals mutating. An international organization was formed, as was oh so fashionable back then, the so-called Worldwide Scientific Council. This organization studied how this unknown radiation caused living organisms to mutate. And of course, the first thing that they did was think up a name for the particles, and for the radiation itself, NDP radiation. There were still a few mutated animals back then, and they were like cute kittens compared to the beasts that roam the wastelands now. But the first research projects confirmed that this NDP radiation causes serious mutations in animals. As for people, for some reason the radiation affected them entirely differently. Even a small amount applied to damaged tissue caused it to regenerate far more quickly. The body quickly recovered from illnesses, and even serious wounds could be healed using nothing but this radiation. On top of that, many other positive attributes were observed in practically all areas of science. The scientists couldn't have been happier. It was like manna from heaven to them. The discoveries came one after the other. New instruments and medicine. They learned to use sources of the radiation as power sources. How do you think some devices still work to this day? And thought up all kinds of other uses for it. But then, one fine day, the catastrophe struck. I was still just a kid back then. All I remember is multicolored rays appearing in the sky. Then everything suddenly went dark. I heard heavy peals of thunder, the heaviest I'd ever heard. The wind picked up. Stones fell from the sky. It was terrifying. The cities were in the grip of panic and chaos. People trampled each other, running wherever they could, just trying to find cover. It was a horrible sight. My mother and I hid in our basement. and my father tried to save as many people as he could. Then it all suddenly stopped. The night of nightmares was over, and day broke. Wow! And then what happened? Just listen and don't interrupt. Many people died that night. All the largest cities were destroyed. All that we called civilization had turned to dust. It was like we'd gone back to the Stone Age in a single instant, and all humanity's problems disappeared. Everyone in the world suddenly had the same goal: to survive. That was when the monsters came. They surged into the cities that remained whole in huge packs, destroying everything alive in their path. In those days, our already diminished species became even smaller. But there were cities that could withstand the monsters. The military was able to lead the people. They began to unite, protect their ruined cities from the mutants, and find other survivors. Thus was the Confederation born. One of the Confederation's primary goals back then was to find scientists who worked on the WSC projects. They even managed to find surviving laboratories where scientists still labor away to this day. Thanks to the scientists, they managed to partially restore the research performed on NDP radiation before the catastrophe, and even to make use of some of the technologies. For example, the scientists managed to create special NDP concentrators, which alter the radiation to form something like a protective field. The mutants fear the field like fire and won't enter it. That's how the domes above our cities were created. They protect us from the monsters. There's one more thing that the old world left to us: teleporters. As far as I know, it's some sort of old military tech. Only a few of them were put into testing. The initial plan for the teleporters was this: to provide fast troop movement, deliver ammunition, and transport to the battlefield and treat the wounded. But the scientists were unable to iron out all the defects before the catastrophe hit, so only one function works: transporting the wounded. And even that doesn't work right. It doesn't pick up the wounded, just the dead. And not everywhere. Only in a zone of reliable reception, and even the transportation process itself is a big gamble. You're lucky if something is just missing from your backpack after you're teleported. You could turn up missing an arm or a leg, or even not turn up at all. Long story short, those things are dangerous. I remember once having the bad luck of finding a herd of wild boar outside the city. Not surprisingly, they trampled me in 3 seconds, and the transporter teleported me without my clothes. And I remember feeling how it put me back together, piece by piece. An unforgettable sensation, believe me. Although the daredevils in the arena use the transporters every day, and they seem fine, still alive. Quiet. Do you hear that? Hear what? There's something there in the bushes.
All right, that was slow getting back on. Let's get on the server. So yeah, there's the story. That the animation quality and the amount of detail put into the story explaining the setting is probably the best I've seen for a sandbox style game. Possibly, as far as an MMORPG as a sandbox game, probably the best I've ever seen, to be honest. Most sandbox games just kind of toss you in the world with a text description of some of the world and kind of tell you to either figure out the game or fuck off. That's a typical sandbox new player experience. So yeah, let's get on here. Do I have everything set up? Yep. You got the nice the rain. The rain itself, if you look closely, isn't that detailed. The sound effects aren't the best sound effects either, but when you combine everything in this world, it actually fits together quite well, creating quite good ambience. But anyway, here we have Cowabunga. And let's, as we talk about the lore of the game, let's go ahead and just walk around. And we're in the starter town here. And just an example of the detail in the game. We'll go up here and look at a mural. This is just one mural in the game. This is the amount. I've seen plenty of games that don't even put this much time and effort into developing the title page for their game, or opening sequence, opening screens. Yeah, there's quite a bit of artwork still around in the city. It helps show that either there was culture and this somehow survived, or there's currently some type of art culture going on. So, where shall we go?
Hey, Cowabunga! I think before we move on, let's look at some of the detail of this, like, mosaic. I think it's cool. Like, there's like a knot in the tree up there on the right side. That's really...
Oh, I fell off. Yeah,
Yeah, same. I think it's better if you kind of stand back and look at it, too.
the starter town does give you some protection here. Here's your little shield of you're safe here, not so safe here.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think this, like, kind of might tell, like, the story of the game, maybe? I don't know. Because in the opening narrative, they say something about it. People were saying it felt like manna from the heavens. And you can see, like, some kind of beam coming down from the top.
Yeah, I never thought about it from that perspective, but yeah, it really does fit the opening sequence, the lore that they already provided.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the mosaic style too. Like all the little tiles put together are very fitting for like a pixel style. Really cool stuff.
And it's even attached. The textures are even properly. I guess up close the textures aren't that impressive. It is just a flat texture going over the other texture of the kind of rock face.
Yeah, but it is very striking like, when you come running into town. You'll see like these big. It's really cool. Also, if you notice, this guy has 6 toes on his right foot.
Let's see where.
He's the dad carrying the kid.
Where is this? Oh,
His right, our left. Right here.
I didn't even notice that before.
He's a teenage mutant ninja bunga.
Yeah, I think the first thing to do is walk around the town and kind of say what the early game experience is. Early game experience is you kind of get dropped in town. Yeah, I believe you are given quest markers. But one of the first things you'll run into is this little place where you have the doctor. He'll give you jobs as you go on. And if you talk to him, you can ask how do you get an act. And he'll go in quite some detail about the Confederation and what happened. When me and my brother were still kids, the Confederation was still gaining ground. And the mutants, well, there were a lot more of them then. This is how we lost our mother. We lived in a small settlement with few people. And it goes on about what happened in his past. And kind of how he became a doctor. It also it gives you some important information there. It tells you about the Confederation, which you'll learn more about as you progress, and you can actually join later on. There is another group as well. So, I should probably, let me make sure I'm not talking out loud in game really quick.
Usually you can see Mike above your head or like a speaker sign,
Yeah.
but I'm not
Ye-
seeing that in game for you.
Okay, that's good. It never seems to work. So yeah, you're dropped into this town. You do get on the map on the compass. It shows the little plus medical sign, the Red Cross sign, which makes sense. You'll see what's creating that force field around town. A lot of games will just have random force field or random wall you can't pass with no real explanation or real anything in game that justifies there being an invisible wall there or some type of barrier. Here you see they are using this energy thing. It's going up to the sky to create this barrier around the town to keep people safe. You can see like some of the electronics here, the battery. So yeah, you go in here, you have the gun shop. You even have little casino games here. The One-Armed Bandit, which I think I might be too broke to pay. Oh no, I can play. I lost all my money at the One-Armed Bandit the other day, but I must have some money. But here you have your...
Different tiers. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
like 10, 50, 100. So you have like different tiers of gambling. Cool.
So you have Rafik here. There's a shooting gallery. You have the shop. We'll go ahead and show that. The shop shows a little icon. It gives you the basic information you need to know, as well as the level requirement. And you can actually click on info to get additional information. So right there you have a grenade. It tells you whether or not you can use it as your class. Never actually used the grenades in game. It's also the commission system where you can sell stuff that you've crafted. And most of the stuff you can craft in game as well. And I guess I can pull that up. You have the inventory. Oh wow, I need to sell stuff. I definitely need to sell stuff. There's a ton of items you can pick up. Like I have lead, I have some rubber, I have automotive fuses, connector, I printed circuit boards, a regulator, hammer, copper. And over time you'll figure out what this stuff actually works for, or whether or not it's something you need. Bag space inventory management is a huge part of this game. So if that's something that bothers you, you can pay money to become a premium member and have a little extra inventory thing you can use. So yeah, we're gonna sell off some stuff so we can actually go on a little adventure here. I don't need a bunch of Watcher stuff. I don't need the lead at the moment. I already own a hammer. And you can buy inventory space, but say I buy inventory space in this town, it's not going to be available in another town, which actually makes sense. If I put stuff in my house and I go out to a hotel out of town, I can't just open the dresser and get my clothes from home out. Some games, it helps it be more realistic. It can be frustrating, though. So let's sell that stuff. Do I have enough ammunition to go on an adventure? I sure do not. Not 35 bullets isn't going to get me anywhere. You have different types of ammo. You have the high performance, you have the armor piercing, you have the full metal jacket, the standard. And we are going to... Uh-oh. Oh, no, I should have plenty of money. Don't I? I sure do. We'll buy... Might have been a little bit too much. Oh, no, we won't. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have bought that much. Yeah, we'll go over here. You have the gunsmith, and then you have inventory. You have stockmen in this town. I have the maximum amount of inventory you can have. Now let's get some stuff out of here. Do I have... I do. I do have what I need to create a campfire. So I'll show off the crafting really quick for something basic that you'll learn early on, which is making a campfire kit. You just go here to inventory craft. It has the recipes you're able to make. If you have the items, you do create, and you get one in your inventory. Quite a nice, simple system to use compared to lots of other games that try to make things super realistic at the expense of actually being fun. This game picks and chooses what needs to be hyper realistic in such a way where it tries to keep the things that are realistic fun, and then the things that aren't fun, they'll make them a little less realistic like this. But let's see.
You can also add coal to a fire, and it will make it last longer, which is a neat trick.
And there's also, you can get poison, you can get radiation poisoning. You do have anti-radiation pills, you have bandages for if you get bitten. And the stuff that'll actually cause you to bleed makes sense. Like if you get attacked by a dog, you're probably going to need bandaged afterwards. It makes sense. If you get bit by some weird, strange bug that has poison, you'd probably get poisoned from that. And you'd need an antidote for the poison. But, alright, we'll take a campfire with us. Is there anything else? I won't worry about anything else at the moment. And what else in this town? Oh yeah, one more thing. There's one more guy. Well, there's 2 more people in this town to see. But yeah, if you go over here, there's more. Here's some graffiti. Not only is there graffiti, there's the graffiti that looks like it was there before. Then there's new graffiti on top of it. We still have like abandoned vehicles like this. More graffiti over here.
Really cool. Very cool graffiti.
A lot of games will just take you can go up close to something and you'll see it's just the same repeated texture over and over with no real effort put into it. This is also a lot of repeated texture, but it's changed up enough where it actually definitely looks realistic compared to other games of this genre. We'll show off got some old apartments here. Got campfire.
Oh yeah, there's the Johnny Depp poster too.
Oh yeah, we got here's some posters on the wall here.
Yes, very cool.
And given it is Russian developers, of course you're getting Russian posters that I really can't read. Whatever this is from, I want to know. You have a gargoyle guy looking down on some like goofy looking guy. Looks like
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so cool. I love this poster. It's so charming. He's just like,
what's this person doing? Running in place? Guess they're getting exercise. So here we have the little bar / restaurant. Talk to the bar one. Oh, he's going to give me a quest. Let's see. I don't need anything from him, but he gave me a quest to do something. You can just use page up and down to go through your quests, and it gives you the basic information you need to know which quest you're tracking over to the right without clogging up your screen like many other games do. I don't know how many games I've had where a good 10-15% of the screen's just clogged up with some box saying what stupid quest I'm on. Fetch 10 of such and such. The quests in this game are quite varied. You might have to go collect supplies from somewhere. You might have to go kill something to get meat because they need food in the town. You might need to go get drinking water. It's stuff that actually, for the most part, makes sense. They're not just telling you to go kill 5 rats because whatever reason, like a lot of other games will do. But yeah, let's see. As far as the player base goes, there are bad, I guess you could call them bad apples in here. There's some people that if you make a campfire, they'll steal off of it. There's people that will cause general problems, but they're actually quite rare. And when people like that do pop up, the community usually shuts them down pretty quickly. It's a wide range of personalities. There's people that sound very young. There's people that sound quite older. There's people that are very mature, taking this game super seriously. There's other people that are just random people that messing around in the game. But overall, it's one of the better communities I've seen in MMORPG in quite some time. Haven't come across it. Well, I came across one guy that was kind of a snob, but one guy and what's going on probably about 100 hours in game isn't bad, especially in a game that's actually semi-populated. As you see, even in an off time, 1 a.m. on a US server, there's people out here doing stuff.
Yeah, it's
So-
very active. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of really interesting people to interact with. Really fun game.
Yeah, let's. Where should we go? I say we just head south. We can show off some other places on our travel south.
Oh yeah, we could talk about the portals. They're like fast travel.
Oh yeah, we can do that. And there is a lore reason for the portals as well, which is discussed in the story that we showed off. But yeah, and right outside the town, there's low-level rats, there's low-level dogs, there's stuff to find in these buildings. It's a lot of stuff that's actually quite killing the rats gets boring, but it's content that's at least appropriate for learning the game mechanics. You're going to learn if you do the early questing game, you're going to learn basic crafting. You're going to learn how to shoot your weapon. You're going to learn enough to actually play the game.
There's a little dog town over here for like the earlier quests where you need to get dog items that drop.
And now that I'm recording a review video, I'm probably going to... Oh, I didn't do too bad. The gunplay and the gun sounds... I mean, this isn't as fluid as a Call of Duty game or Quake or something like that. But for an MMORPG, I would say this is at least on par, if not better than Defiance 2050. I don't know if that means anything to you, Cowabunga, but as far as MMORPG gunplay goes, this is probably the best I've seen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not even really, as someone who's really not even into the first-person shooter genre at all, this has been a very fun game to play, and I really like the idea of having an MMO like this one. Very interesting. Cowabunga!
Okay, we're leaving town. That's what we were doing. It makes good use of hills, trees, and other items.
Should we go to the water well on the way out of town?
Oh yeah, we can show that.
This is like a big part of the early game progression, I'd say.
To actually use it, you need water bottles or some other container. You can get water from here. You can purify it by heating it up on the campfire.
Yeah, the water that comes out of here is really dirty.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to head back and get like water. As you see on the bottom left of the screen, And I'm terrible with lefts and rights. So if I say left when I mean right, just play along with me. If I say something's on the left and it's not there, just look on the right. I don't know why I've never learned left and right that well, but yeah, on the bottom left, you have the hunger and thirst meter, as well as your stamina and health. Oh yeah, I need to get health kits. Yeah, I should have prepared all this in advance, but hey, it shows off what the gameplay is actually like. And you do spend a fair amount of time just managing health kits and ammunition. Let's see, 25, I can buy 7 of those. And I have 14 left, so I can buy, might as well get 2 bandages as well. And I am broke now, but that's fine. And I just need to run up to the inventory. And if you don't enjoy the whole like hunting stuff to get meat to cook or purifying water, you can just buy it from the shops in town. So it gives you a few different options for how you want to play the game. A lot of sandbox or hardcore style games. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a hardcore game, but it's pushing in that direction. Oh, it's more hardcore than your typical MMORPG. Most of those games just give you one way of doing something, and you do it yourself. You figure out how to do it, and you're left pretty much on your own to figure out everything. This game, you're given a few different options of how you want to progress and how you want to play the game. Okay, I need to eat that. I need to cook it's what I need to do, don't I? Stray dog meat. Rat meat. Looks like we were going to oh, there we eat. Eat a chicken, eat some mushrooms, eat the boar meat. Put the uncooked meat back. Alright, let's go ahead and head out of here and head out of town. The warning in advance is there is a lot of barren lands in between different towns. But if you actually take the time to look around those places, you'll find a lot of hidden stuff in there too. So it's not just completely empty lands. Like Anarchy Online is an example of a game where there's just you travel from one place to another, and there's just they might put mobs in there, but there's nothing of real substance. A lot of times in that game, this game always they put little things in between.
Yeah, I have a suspicion that there are certain monsters that might be invisible that you need probably like some kind of heat sensor or something for. I don't know. I've been like running around out in the wild sometimes, and you get attacked by something weird, I think, that knocks you up and like breaks your legs. Have you ever had that happen?
Oh yeah, I've had weird stuff happen before. I finally got a gas mask. But yeah, I need to actually spend the time to get the other gear.
Yeah, I think one of the things I was going to say about the lore of the game is it seems like there's kind of stuff in between the lines that suggests some kind of like secret background stuff, you know? Like a detective type narrative, I guess you could say.
Yeah, whatever that material was that emerged that both helped advance the world and then destroyed it is still having an impact on the environment. Let's go to that portal to show off the portal.
Oh yeah, it's at it's near the town, west of it, over here.
Yeah, I think it's in the. I think I can find it by landmarks actually.
Yeah, it's in like a very kind of like desert portion of the map here, next to a polluted bog, which are very common in this game.
Yeah, isn't it up here? Yeah, it's next to the towers. And I do have this on the lowest graphics settings. Mostly just because I'm recording. Even on the low settings, the graphics look quite good. If you put them on maximum, some people have had issues with performance, other people haven't. I definitely need to upgrade some of my... Definitely need to upgrade my outdated graphics card. But yeah, even on like low settings, there's a lot of detail to the land, detail to trees. Where did this plop us out at? I'll pull up the map.
This one drops you near the engineer settlement. And you can mark the map with locations of these portals and where they drop you off.
I have
Like a whole network of them.
I'll put a, let's see, portal exit. Let's give it kind of a placeholder name. Well, let's go ahead to the mines. Show off that. No. We'll just head this direction, see what we come across. You do have different zones, so you do have loading screens, but there is a lot of territory in between the loading screens. I am playing this game off a USB external hard drive, so yeah, sometimes it takes a little while longer to load. And it gives you little tips on here. Lots of monsters may regenerate. Some of them do it really fast. More often you inflict the damage, the more complicated is the regeneration. Some of the helpful advice is in English that's a bit awkward, but it's kind of like that stereotypical awkward Russian English that can be kind of amusing at times, and it's never to the point where you can't understand it. Let's see, what is in this area? I've never been to Spider Cave. You want to go to Spider Cave?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go get killed.
Spider Cave, Spooter Cave.
Yeah, protect me because I'm out of the window at the moment. Oh, ouch. Let's get the... I need the bandage. I need the health kit. I'm in bad shape. I'm going to die. Possibly. Come on. I have health kits. If I got wrecked.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I'll make it. There we go. Okay, Spider Cave is this way, so let's just head there. Okay, what kind of art is used for the trees? It is the typical flat... Oh, wait. Well, come on. Where are you at? Thank you. It's the typical flat sprites, but they're actually organized in such a way where you can't tell unless you know how that type of artwork is done. Even like here, it's not just one flat piece as a branch. It's actually a couple different pieces angled to create what looks like a tree, especially from a distance. Up close, you can even up close it doesn't look that bad. But yeah, given that all the people that were killed and all the destruction, there is a lot of barren wasteland out here. But you can also find some things here too. You can find different plants, occasionally come across different animal spawns. There's mushrooms and other food items you can collect. Oh, there's somebody else out here. What level are they? Level 12. Oh, they're in bad shape. Looks like the spider cave should be here. Is that the bog water I shouldn't go into? Looks sketchy.
It's toxic. The green stuff is insta death, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you do end up. There is a lot of warning in this game where you're going to die quite a bit early on if you're playing blind. And some of the deaths do feel a bit cheap. Like you'll cross one river just fine. The next river might look a little off-colored. Actually, the one I'm thinking of is really off-colored. But yeah, yeah, let's see. Where is this spider cave? Is it up here? Oh, are you at the spider cave entrance?
I think we have to go around the front. Like, you see where the road is?
Yeah.
It's like the map looks like there's like a ridge around everything else you can't get over.
Oh, let's see. What's over here? Level 26 small rats. Let's go into battle with something that's big. There we go. We got him. Level. And those little level things, I don't fully understand. If you'll learn over time what's you can fight and what you can't. Oh, you're way over there. It's more important to know what the creatures are and what kind of damage they do, more so than knowing what level they are. How do I even get around to you? I think this might
come the roadway. But yeah, I think the monster levels are very interesting in this game. It seems like every type of monster has its own kind of level tier. So you might see a level 7 monster and think, oh, it's just a level 7, but it's red on its name. And it's just one shot.
Okay, so Spider Cave. I have no idea if we belong here. In this game, we'll let you go places that you don't belong. It doesn't level lock you out or do silly things like that like many games do where they'll say, oh, you're not level 15, so you can't go in such and such dungeon. This will let you go pretty much anywhere if you can make it there. Doesn't mean you're going to succeed. You're probably going to get killed pretty quickly, but it'll let you go there at least. Okay, so got a cave here.
Here we go into the spider zone.
And keep in mind, this game is... Oh, it's dark in here, isn't it?
It's very dark.
And we have nothing mapped either. Yeah, this game won't give, if you haven't been to the area and it's not an open world place, you don't have a map to it, you just might be. Oh, got a quest, explore. Yeah, there's a lot of quests you'll just stumble across just playing the game.
Watch out for the toxic algae. I'm pretty sure, is this poison? Yeah, this is poisonous here, I think, right?
Yeah, that'll kill you pretty quickly. And as far as an immersive virtual world experience, this is one of the best games I've played in a while. And the gunplay could be better. There's a lot of stuff that could be better, but
Well, there's like
it's a
toxic,
ugh.
algae everywhere. Can we just run across it?
I don't know.
Maybe. Oh yeah.
You can?
Yeah. Over here. Oh, there's rats.
Thought this was spider cave, not rat cave. Come on. What's this way? Or do you want to go? We'll go. Like with the flashlight, it just gives you a flashlight to start. There's games where you'll have to have a flashlight. You'll have to keep batteries for it because that's more realistic. But that's not a fun game mechanic. Here you just get the flashlight.
I think some of this stuff we could mine too if we had pickaxes. Oh, spider! I can't hit it. Oh, I hit it.
It's going.
I think it's coming up here.
Got him.
Wow, they hit hard.
What do we get from him? Oh, you got the kill. What do you loot from him?
Just lead.
And that's it. Oh, yeah. My pickaxe is almost broken, but can I mine this?
Yeah, is this mineable? What is it?
Let's see what it is. I hear something. Precious metal. I think we got gold here.
Oh yeah, precious metal is good. That's good money.
There's something going on here. You hear it?
I don't hear anything. Oh, I hear some faint gunshots.
Okay. My pickaxe might.
Brown.
Let's see what we get. Yeah, my pickaxe is about to break. But I might actually be. If I just make enough from this metal, I can just buy a new pickaxe. You get quite a bit of use out of your tools. More precious metal, non-ferrous metal. Guessing that might be the main purpose of this dungeon. Besides exploring it, might be for the mining.
There's probably, I assume, a spider quest for this place too. There's a lot of overlapping quests, which is a really cool feature in a game like this. Oh, another spider here.
Where?
This thing's dropped cave spider biomaterial and polymer.
Yeah, that's stuff you'll need later on in the game for like crafting type stuff, I believe.
It's like flubber. It's flubber.
I had all kinds of raptor stuff, but I ended up dying from poison from when I was like way out of town. There's somebody else in here, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a shotgun and a...
Right there. What level is the guy? Oh, level 12. It's level 12. We'll help this guy out.
I don't think he needs our help.
Does this way go back to where we were? Help! There I go. Did you get him?
Yeah, I got it. I got your stuff too.
Oh yeah, I dropped. Oh, it's not bad. Dropped one of many sets of keys and nothing too important. Yeah, that spider was rough. Now the question is, how do I get? Yeah, I can probably get back there. I just need to be careful.
We can see each other on the map too, or on the compass.
With a maze like this, though, it does get. It's not too bad. We didn't go too far in.
Yeah, we should probably stick pretty close to the entrance for now.
Oh, that guy. You're dead?
Yeah. We should regroup.
Okay, where's your... Were you next to where I was?
Pretty close.
Oh, let's get out of there. Did you lose anything important?
I dropped some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, we'll get it back. Unless you were in the room that I just saw. And then we probably won't get it back.
There's a level 17 spider down there.
It's like, what, the yellow one?
It was red, I think.
Oh, I think, because I'm one level up, I think a lot of stuff that's red to you is yellow to me.
Oh yeah.
But our skills aren't... Oh yeah, I got all my points in like the basic pistol stuff.
We went this way.
No. There we go. I made the right choice spending money on ammo and med kits before coming here.
Yeah, this is a fun place. We haven't been here yet. There's so much stuff to explore.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see my stuff down here.
What else is down there?
A big spider on the left. Here.
On the left?
I'm gonna drop down.
This one? Oh, he's gonna come up this way. There we go.
Oh wow, that was a lot of experience.
What'd you get? I got 48.
288.
Your stuff is down here. There's another spider.
Cave spider web and more polymer.
Okay. I'm gonna. That way might not be a good idea. You get him?
Yeah. Ah!
Get back here. Get back here, guy. Hey, no. Come on. Seriously? I had him down to like no health. And that's why I need to buy a shotgun.
Actually, I think for our class, you want to buy an M16.
Oh yeah, I need to go. It's about time for me to get an assault rifle. Here's our level 13 friend.
Winter Moon said that there's a gunsmith quest in town.
Oh yeah, there's a whole series of gunsmith quests, and I think you get an assault rifle at the end. Like it starts with the oil collection one.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the oil collection quest?
I did that one.
I had trouble with it. I was probably missing something obvious, but I could not figure out what to do. But there's tons of people in the town, so if there's like, they might have been taking whatever the oil was.
Yeah, some of the spawn rates on some of the quest items are really low or really slow.
Yeah. And if there's keys on the ground, somebody takes the keys, everybody doesn't get a magical set of keys, which is it's realistic. Yeah, it's realistic, but it's not necessarily a fun game mechanic. But it's something I can tolerate, and people looking at this type of game would probably want that over just everybody getting a quest item if they go to the place. They'd probably want there to be one item, then people can fight over it. Oh, help. Rule of this game is to make sure your gun's loaded before you try to shoot. Yeah, if we were to do a run of the game of just the content you could do between level 1 and 10, we'd probably have a good 10-hour long video. Even if we cut out the stuff that was like just traveling, it's a good 3-4 hours of actual content. There, we got him. And was our bags down here? I should have a bag like right here. Don't I? Maybe. Thought I had it. Maybe it's down this way. You can take the other one.
See, this seems like the limit for us in this dungeon. There's a spider behind you.
Yeah. Where are we at on time on this video? We're at about the hour mark.
Yeah.
So we showed off mining, we showed off some basic crafting, we showed off a dungeon.
I feel like we should really quickly, if we can, maybe show off the Watchers, because I think that's a really fun mechanic that confused us, and is really cool for the game. Or if we can do that quickly.
Oh, the Watchers. Oh, where they like disappear?
Yeah. We thought we were lagging at first.
Yeah.
That's
What?
really a cool thing. So basically, to set up the context for anybody watching, when we first encountered these monsters in the MTE settlement, we thought we were lagging and the monsters were teleporting around. But in fact, they just have a cloaking mechanic, which is really fun and interesting.
And it also ties into the lore and story that's provided at the start of the game, where there's portals that appeared, there's the ability to teleport, disappear.
Yeah, and it also ties into what I was saying about how there's probably stuff in the lore that is not really explicit. Like, the whole thing is supposed to be told through the eyes of somebody who experienced it as a child and didn't really know anything. The Anatoly character. So it's really interesting that there might be a lot of cool stuff hidden in the lore that you find out later in the game that we haven't experienced yet.
There is the faction-based PvP at endgame, which is probably what most people would play this game to eventually do, is the base building faction-based PvP portion. Okay. That is not good for us to go through. We'll go around it. So what is the quickest way back to the Watchers? Oh, it's a Crystal River. Let's pull up the map. Where's the Crystal River?
Cool.
I actually swam down one of the rivers like the complete distance. And this river is the same one. If you swim all the way up, you know the old cemetery where there's the hogs and there's the building out there. It's one of the early quest places. It's to the east of town. If you want a really safe way back to like the engineering settlement or any place like that, you can just take this river.
Oh, if you jump in, does it like swim, when you swim down river, it swims you like faster?
Let's see. The water is shallow enough here where you can just run through it.
Yeah,
But there's parts where it does get deeper. As long as we stay in the shallow part, it should be a safe way back.
You can use the toxic rivers as kind of a faster route too. You just like don't get in it, you just keep your back to it. Or shallow. No.
What is this? Is this a dam? Oh yeah. I forgot about that. We're in a different area. Yeah, it does force you to use certain places to cross into the next zone.
Yeah,
And they'll have these
definitely
fences. We'll have these fences in place and dams and other things to block off other sections of the game, like other zones.
I think we want to go north instead.
We should. And this isn't as quick as I thought it'd be. What is down here? Actually, no, we're going to the... Let's pull up something. Oh, yeah, I know it's down there. Old ruins. That's where you get... There's a quest where you have to find like 5 different items. I found 3 of them so far. One of them's down there. If we keep following this fence around, we'll eventually get to the road, and then we can take the road north to go where we should be. Is it going to force us into the ruins? Oh shit. Yeah, I think it's somewhere over here is one of the items. I don't know if you can loot the item if you don't have the quest, though.
I think I have the quest you're talking about.
We have to find like so many items.
Yeah. Collector.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Maybe?
Oh, there's a portal.
Where does this one go?
You can't use it yet. Or it doesn't work. I think it's one you can't use. You know, let's just head back to the street, and we can go do Watchers. There's a dog. Now, the thing to keep in mind is even though you can see over there, and it does technically match what is on the map, it doesn't show like let's say there's a creature over there on the other side of the fence, it's not going to show that to you. This is just like kind of a placeholder version of the landscape, but not with all the mobs and NPCs and everything. Which isn't that big of a deal, you can't go over there anyway. And I would hate to see what kind of performance hit this game would take. Uh-oh. I think we gotta go around this way to avoid the bog. We can get on the road. Yeah, I'd hate to see what kind of performance hit this game would take if on the other side of that fence it actually rendered everything in that zone, the zone next to you. The game already does quite well with the draw distance it has, even on the low settings. I don't know if you've heard of a game called, it's called S-Zone Online. It's also had a version out called Anomaly Zone. There's a new remake of it called Stay Out. Do any of those games mean anything to you? Have you heard of them?
No, none of those sound familiar.
They're survival MMORPG shooters like this game, except not really that well done. And the game S-Zone Online predates this one by quite a few years. It's not a bad game. It's just it's kind of your typical survival MMO type game, where there's not a lot of lore that makes a whole lot of sense. There's a lot of stuff that isn't balanced that well. There's lots of grinding. You know what I haven't seen in this game? I haven't seen any bots in this game yet. Have you seen anybody that looked like they were botting? Or macroing or anything?
No, yeah. Most everybody I see in this game seems to be like an active player.
I haven't seen any. I saw one case where it looked like somebody might have been like multi-boxing, but I think they were just showing their friend how to play when I watched them a bit more.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that, which is really encouraging and cool for a game like this to see higher level players coming back and
with a lot of what I've noticed is if you get on a game that's considered more of a casual game like World of Warcraft or MapleStory or something like that, for the most part, if you ask the community for help with basic stuff, you might get somebody that helps you, but you'll get a bunch of people that just run their mouths. They'll help you with like an attitude because they want to like come across as being some type of uber intelligent person, or you'll get smart ass comments. Or with a lot of the hardcore games though, the communities are so oh shit yeah no we don't. These dogs are bad. These dogs are not good.
yeah, this train station, there's an 18 level dog here sometimes, so we can go around it.
Yeah. I came here like level 4 and got some quest about a dog catcher thing. And I figured I'd just kill the dogs. And yeah, that didn't work too well. I still get killed by those dogs from time to time. Because if you shoot one, a lot of times they'll trigger all 4 to come after you.
Yeah, they chain pull.
Which would make sense because wild dogs are often pack animals, so it makes sense for them to come after you as a group.
Yeah, the boars chain pull sometimes too.
Are wild boars pack animals?
I think so.
I guess it really doesn't matter if in this game they are, and then they are in this game. It doesn't have to match reality necessarily, but
Well, it could be like part of the lore that the whole like mutation from the radiation, the NDP radiation, enrages them or something, you know?
yeah. We actually made it here pretty quickly. And this is the place if you're trying to just grind out experience and you want to do the daily quest. You'll spend a lot of time here before level 10.
Yeah, and
You
the
could come here.
monsters in here. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you could come here probably as low as level 4 if you're careful. Once you get to level 10, though, there's not much here. You can knock out the daily, but it's hardly even worth it anymore. Oh yeah, we need to go to. This doesn't matter where we go. We could just run around and we'll trigger one of these creatures.
Yeah, the monsters in here have a very fun mechanic where they cloak when you look at them, and when you're not looking at them, they run after you.
Oh yeah, it's not. Is it this portal or was it the other one that goes up? Like sometimes.
So, yeah,
This is the one.
portal here,
Is that the one that takes you on the railing?
there's a couple of quests involved with this portal here. I mean, I feel like maybe, I don't know, do we want to put spoilers in the video, or just give people a spoiler warning?
But is this the one that actually takes you up on the railing sometimes?
Yeah, this portal does a couple of different things.
But up the railing that you need to get the last 5% for that we needed, was it this one?
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert, but just keep in mind some of these portals, they do use a random number generation mechanic, and sometimes you'll have people first or second try go through this and get up here where they need to be. If you're me, it'll take you 219 times. Or was it 239? It was one of those two numbers. 219 times going through this portal, and I finally got up here. I don't know if there's an issue with the game with I had a certain seed value with the random number generator that caused me to have really bad outcomes, or how it depends on how the this is where I needed to be, isn't it? Like on top of these, and I jump down and go around.
That's it. You got it.
Yeah, first try. When I don't need it. But it does say in the lore that those portals aren't predictable, so the gameplay matches the lore, even if the gameplay outcome was highly frustrating. But it's alright. It's a good story to tell about the 219 times I went through that damn portal. I thought it was broken, or I was at the wrong one. Other people were convinced I was at the wrong one too. Yeah, there is some light platforming in this game. Actually made it. So yeah, what we're going to show off were the disappearing bugs. Some will hide in boxes.
Yeah, the tiny little ones that cloak are probably the most fun, I think. It really creates a whole atmosphere for this area that's really kind of spooky and exciting. It's really, really remarkable what they've done with this area. Oh, I got in.
If anyone has sewing thread, I'll pay 2x for it. I actually have I think I have sewing thread.
Wait, does he mean 2K tokens? Or
no,
two times the...
I think 2 times the value.
Oh, right. value.
I don't know what the value is, and that's all the way back in town. And I'm not even sure if it's sowing thread, it's sowing something. Okay, so let's get down from here. Just like real life, if you jump off something like that, you're going to get hurt. Sometimes you'll do a jump like that and you'll break something. Okay. Where? Right there. See like the spider, the bug there? They do cloak like this one right here.
Oh, I see. There's one close here. Do you see? So you can see like the wavy, you know, aura. Very cool. Awesome.
It does let you stand on it, which is, I guess it makes sense if it's not.
Otherwise, you can run through the monsters. You know.
Hey, 100 per. Oh, $100. I'll take $100 real money.
I think it just means tokens in the game.
Yeah, this does behave like MMORPG shooting at times. Like I shot at that thing, but apparently whatever factors were factoring in whether or not I hit it, the number that came out was no, I didn't. Or I might have just had bad aim, either one. Yeah, let's go back. Let's get someplace safe. We'll go ahead and wrap this video up. And like you'll see, there are a lot of reused assets, but they're reused in such a way where it's not obviously reused. Like you'll see this van again, but you won't see this van in the same exact context. It might be angled differently or underneath the surface a little bit, or they might have. They do change up some of the textures on the stuff too. Like this texture is different than other iterations of the same van. But really, it's a relatively small team in Russia trying to make an MMORPG that's a huge open world, both sandbox game that also has story elements to it. So complaining about reuse of assets is a bit petty.
Yeah,
Obviously,
it's really great. I think a lot of fun to play. They really create like a really fun atmosphere to play in. The lore, I think, has a lot more depth to it than we might have seen yet. I think too, or at least has the potential for it.
Yeah, at this point at level oh, somebody died right here. You can see their bag.
Or you can place stashes too. You can like drop. Did you notice that? You can drop valuable stuff somewhere safe.
I have locks and stuff, so I could like use certain places.
Well, if you go in your inventory, there's a function to place a stash. I think you just basically drop a bag like that, like when you die.
Let's see.
Just drop it somewhere safe.
Pay attention to where's where you want to place your stash. If other, they can steal your stuff. Oh yeah, they can steal your stuff. Oh, I see. I see.
Oh, I just unlocked an achievement.
What's
By
that?
placing it. It's called the hamster.
Hey.
my goodness, they follow you out?
Yeah.
Holy cow, I've never seen that.
Well, I'll place the stash so I can get a achievement too. Hamster.
Can I access your stash? I can, I think.
Yeah, it's anybody can access them, which makes sense. If you hit a bag someplace, it actually forces you to think about if you're gonna hide something. You actually have to have a good hiding spot.
Can you pick it back up?
You don't really need to. There's nothing in it.
Yeah, remove stash. You can pick it back up. Cool.
Oh. Do you want to get one stash?
Oh, that's neat. I never knew that.
Oh yeah, that's where the large battery is. Do I have the hammer? Nope. If I had the hammer, I could destroy the battery to get lead. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap the video up here. It's kind of more of a first impressions slash early game lore run type video. For these games, I do try to give a score, and then anybody in the group, the Mega Egg group, I average 2 scores together and then put it on the ranking list. So let's go ahead and pull up the. I should have that somewhere. Okay, I don't want that. That's the oops. That is the wrong ranking. So let's fix that. With S being like the best games of all time, and F being the worst games, and you have the A, B, C, D scale. As far as this game currently, I put it on the A, borderline S, depending on how the end game is. So I give it an A. Is that the same score you give it, or do you put it in the S?
I'm definitely having an A+ feeling for this game for sure. I think it could make a lot of like improvements too. Like I think there's I really would love an auto run feature, because holding down the shift button and running is kind of like puts me off of the game a little bit. So, but I mean, like that's really not that significant. The gameplay, the lore, all of it together, I think is definitely an A+. An A+ experience for an MMO.
All right, so here, there we go. Got the correct ones on there. So that puts this game second on our list out of 4. The other 3, me and Meg did. So you have Azeron's Call first, Will to Live Online second, The Universalist Tractor third, and The Hammer's End fourth. But really, all 4 of those games, if you have the right group of people, all 4 of those games have potential for fun. And if you have the wrong group of people, all 4 of those games can be miserable experiences. Luckily, this game has a great community. There's a Discord. I'll go ahead and put the Discord invite in the YouTube video description. And if you ever need help, it is easy to find help in the game. It's easy to report bugs. You can recommend stuff to the developers. They're very receptive. Not something you typically see with these types of games. It's a sandbox hardcore game that actually wants everybody to play it, not just the hardcore crowd, which is a good thing to see for once. Any other comments or anything else?
No, yeah, I think this game, just last thing to say, I think this game has a lot of personality too. If that's something that makes sense to anybody. It's very charming in its own way, and it's fun. I'm definitely going to play it more. and I can't wait to see where the lore goes. I feel like there's a lot of different ways, different directions the lore could take. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Great fun, awesome. Mini Cowabungas.
And also, if there's any audio issues with this, we're still figuring this out. We'll go back and redo some of these videos if there's audio issues. I think I might have had Cowabunga a bit too quiet. And I think there might have been some areas where this game sound effects were either too loud or too quiet. So, hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. We do have a community Discord. I have pretty much any MMORPG you could think of. Plus, probably any private server or other variant of each game you could think of. And we'll play about anything. And if there's any games that I don't have videos for, just let me know, and it might be something I don't have in the collection. So please like, subscribe, and have a great day.